Friday evening before the GA at the Occupation. They have a Hare Krishna group.
Protest that bank forces it to close. A protest by a few dozen members of the Occupy San Diego movement outside a Bank of America branch on B Street in downtown San Diego led to the branch's closure Thursday. 8 police officers monitored the 30 to 40 protesters for much of the afternoon as they sat in a loose circle, taking turns with a bullhorn to air concerns about economic and social equality. Demonstrators and police officers estimated that the branch closed at 1:30 p.m. Kevin Rambo, an 18-year-old student from Pacific Beach, said bank security ushered a few customers out the door and closed its lobby, leaving access only to a foyer with ATMs. The bank is typically open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Police Captain Mark Jones said the protest was allowed to continue because no one's bank access was restricted and the protesters were in areas open to the public. They never entered the bank. Bank of America workers stayed in the branch despite the closure. They had pizza delivered to them about 2:30 p.m. The demonstrators had a giant box of pastries dropped off about 3 p.m. At one point, an angry bank customer yelled, "Nice, guys, nice," as he walked away. Chula Vista resident Jay Wilson, 36, called the closure a huge inconvenience, but said he understood the protesters' frustrations. They had beefed up security there yesterday. They had beefed up security there today. We went there, said hello, made them crap their pants, and then shut down Chase. So, you know.
Made that affect the whole group and general discussions are held. The GA is a gathering of people committed to making decisions based upon a collective agreement or consensus. There is no single leader or governing. Is it not working? Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check. One mic.
You know them?
All right. Or was it?
Forgot his name.
All right, the GA is a gathering of people committed to making decisions based upon a collective agreement or a consensus. There is no single leader or governing body of the GA. Everyone's voice is equal. Anyone is free to propose an idea or express an opinion as part of the GA. Each proposal follows the same basic format. An individual shares what is being proposed, why it is being proposed, and if there's enough agreement, how it can be carried out. The GA will express its opinion for each proposal through a series of hand gestures. If there is a positive consensus of approval, meaning no outright opposition, then it's accepted and direct action begins. If there is not consensus, the responsible group or individual is asked to revise the proposal and submit again at the following GA until a majority consensus is achieved. Smaller working groups such as media, outreach, food, etc. make it possible for things to get done a little bit smoother. The working groups figure out specifics, such as what needs to be done or how something could be done, and formulates proposals to bring back to the GA for general consensus. The working groups can also relay important information about things that everyone needs to take into consideration. Only decisions that affect the entire group need to be brought to the GA. Not every person needs to be involved in every action for them to be successful. People should participate in things that they feel strongly about. Groups can plan and call for people to participate in smaller actions outside the GA without the entire group agreeing to it. Right. Non-hierarchical process for group decision-making is a method by which the input and ideas of all participants are gathered and synthesized in order to arrive at final decision acceptable to all. Through consensus, we're not only working to achieve better solutions, but paving the way for an egalitarian model of community decision-making. Consensus means that the group has come to a decision in which everyone feels their position on the matter was considered carefully and addressed as much as possible. Okay. It doesn't mean that every single person agrees the decision made is the only way to do things. Hopefully, everyone will think it is the best decision. This often happens because when consensus works properly, collective intelligence does come up with better solutions than could individuals. A group of people who basically come up with ideas, gather the people necessary to get stuff done, and go do it.
That's the GSD. Get stuff done.
From the education department to put on a list of demands a measure to forgive student loans.
For consideration.
All right. Any disagreements here? Okay. Any hard blocks? No. If you want to say something, just say yeah.
Before proposing that this should be a demand, I think the economic repercussions of forgiving student loan debt and other complicated things other than it would be nice if it happened should be taken into account before that's a demand.